Hi, friends. I'm learning how to record with the equipment in our sanctuary, and so I thought I would give it a try with the daily message today. My mom is a pretty smart cookie. One of the things that she always tells her children and grandchildren is, God gave you a brain and God expects you to use it. I bet many of you have heard that same wisdom. It's good advice, always, and especially in an age when we are constantly bombarded by information, some of it true and some of it not. The gospel writers often refer to Jesus as teaching or speaking as one who has authority, not like the scribes and the Pharisees. In Jesus' day, if you would ask a scribe a question, most of the time, he would not give you his own opinion. Instead, he would say, I'll look it up. And then he would quote a teacher or a scripture or a tradition. It was different with Jesus. When you asked Jesus a question, he would sometimes quote scripture, but more often he would tell a story or he would say what he thought. Oftentimes, the scripture says something like, Jesus said, you have heard it was the tradition, or you have heard that it was said of old, but I say to you. Now, the religious leaders were threatened by Jesus' free thinking. You know, it's a little dangerous when people start thinking for themselves, especially if you have a vested interest in maintaining or acquiring control or power. Of course, the primary point of these encounters between Jesus and the religious leaders was that Jesus' authority came from God, who is much bigger than any list of rules and regulations. A secondary point, I think, is that it's okay to think for yourself. Jesus encourages us to use the brain that God gave us. He opens the door to direct communication with God and invites us to test the information that we read or hear or see by God's truth and by our own experience. Jesus gives us permission to wonder, to probe, to analyze, to assess, and to decide. The freedom to think for ourselves can be intimidating to those in power. The scribes and the Pharisees were so intimidated by Jesus that they threatened and plotted to kill him. But that didn't stop him or his message. Don't let manipulation or fear or intimidation stop you from using the brain that God gave you. I want to encourage you to think for yourself. Certainly, learn all that you can. Read the scriptures, pray, read the news, fact check, observe traditions, read the great minds of history and of today. Listen to your pastors. I had to put that one in. But seriously, listen to the thoughts and the ideas of other people. And through all of those experiences, decide what you think. And know that as you have new experiences and learn new information, what you think may change. And that's okay too, because we are all a work in progress. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you again soon.